Hi YouTube, it's Amanda Jane. I'm officially 8 days post-op, and I just wanted to do like a 1 week update, but yesterday I looked a hot mess and was not having a good day. So here I am. I wrote down a couple of things that I want to touch base on because there's actually a lot that's happened in 8 days. So first I'll share with you my stats. Once again, this is rigged. Rigged. This is like on a cat stand and my cat's gonna be jumping all around. So my statistics are, before, my highest weight is 267.4. My pre-op weight was 265.2, and after my pre-op diet I weighed 257.4 pounds, and I currently weigh 247.6 pounds, which, if you're not including like ounces, it is 18 pounds. That sounds like a lot, but I feel like it doesn't matter right now because of how much crap I've been through. And I mean, yeah, it's exciting to see 18 pounds, but to be honest with you, I'd rather be fat and well than what I am right now, but we'll get into that. So, I wanted to touch base on a couple of things that I didn't see in other videos that was different with my procedure and my surgeon and her procedures. So I actually had a girdle, or like they called it a binder. It was white and it went around my stomach, and after surgery, to keep everything in. I know a lot of people say that they have to like hold their stomachs up when they walk because it feels like they're just gonna it's just gonna feel like your guts are about to fall out. But yeah, so I had the girdle to like hold me all in, which I liked, especially for the first couple of days. I also had a pain pump that I've never seen in a video, so I don't know if that's something that my specific doctor does. Also, my doctor is Dr. Kennedy in Rockwall, and she has an office in Plano in Dallas, Texas as well. So I had this pain pump that had 2 holes right underneath my breasts, and it was a manual, it was like a medicine ball, like, and not a workout ball, but like an actual ball of medicine. And it was connected with tubes that went into these 2 holes, and was distributing pain meds like through the stomach area where they removed my stomach. And they told me that I would have to remove it on Thursday. So my surgery was on Monday, the 11th of June, 2018. And they told me that I would have to remove it on Thursday. Thankfully, my grandma lives with my parents, and she's a nurse, so she did it for me and was like, don't look, because I was getting all weird about it. But she's the one who removed it. I have just never seen that in videos. So they put this little medicine ball in a like fanny pack type thing, and at first I woke up with it between my legs, and they told me to put it around because it had like a little necklace type thing on it, or a little thing that you could loosen up and stuff. So they told me to put it around my neck when I was using the restroom. So I actually went home with that after the hospital. I only had 1 night stay in the hospital. Went home Tuesday afternoon at like, I think I got home at like 2. That car ride home was very painful, and we had to wait for my medicines to be filled at the CVS, so that took a little bit longer than expected as well. And I was just sitting there in pain. But once I got home, things were okay that night, and then and things were like overall okay. They weren't horrible. I will say that there was one time where because you have to remember that I had to put that pain pump on my necklace every single time I got out of bed, which was like every 4 hours because of medicine. I've not stopped going to the bathroom every 4 hours since surgery, which isn't a huge deal. I don't care. I have a lot of liquids, I guess, but so one time when I was because I went home to my parents for a week. I stayed over there just because I didn't want to be at my apartment alone and stuff. So went over there. There was this one time where I forgot to put it around my neck, and I got out of bed and the pain pump was between my legs, and I got up and it dropped, and mind you, the tubes are still in my stomach. That was probably the most excruciating pain I've ever felt. Like, I was doing the breathing or the crying where you can't breathe. That was pretty horrible. And then also, it was just, I couldn't even pull up my own underwear until I think Wednesday or Thursday, to go to the bathroom. I can't bend over still. Stairs hurt so bad because my parents live in a 2-story house, so I spent a lot of time crying going up and down the stairs. I was in a lot of pain. And the hydrocodone medicine that they sent home was great. It was working, things were doing its job, was taking it every 4 hours, and I slowly started weaning off and started replacing it with liquid Tylenol as directed from my surgeon. They also sent me, which was, I thought was cool, my doctor sent me vitamins that were actually covered by insurance, which that's a huge surprise because insurance hasn't covered anything. So they sent me B12, D3, calcium, multivitamin, all different kinds of stuff, which I'm really excited about. And I really like the nasal spray for B12. Usually they say, like, without insurance it costs $400, but yay, insurance kicked in for once. Okay, so now the part that, like, I'm really focused on day 8. I had an allergic reaction to something. We still do not know what it was, but I started kind of developing a rash that was just red bumps, kind of looked like a little bit of acne on my sides. And at first I thought it was because of the girdle from holding me in and everything. I thought maybe it was just uncomfortable, I don't know. It turns out that it was getting worse every single day. Well, I stopped wearing my girdle after I had to remove the pain pump, because then it kind of felt like everything was going to be okay and in its place. I still go around holding my stomach every now and then just because it hurts, or it just feels a little weird. But I started developing this rash, and every single day it would get a little bit worse, and it was itchy. It wasn't too bad until, I would say, Saturday. So Friday night I came to my apartment. So my parents live around Rockwall. I personally live in Dallas, and my mom stayed the night with me on Friday night just to make sure, like, everything was okay. I didn't want to fall, and stairs were still a challenge. And so she came over, and Friday night it was still itchy. It was kind of like around my sides at that time, but Saturday she had left, and Saturday night I was getting really worried because my entire sides were covered from just red bumps everywhere. It was super itchy. I didn't get any sleep because also that night they told me that I wouldn't have, or some people have diarrhea, some people have constipation. I had a little bit of constipation. It wasn't uncomfortable, but it was not normal for me not to poop for 6 days. So I took liquid Miralax on Friday night, and it kicked in on Saturday, and that was not fun. I felt like I was going to shit myself. So I took the Miralax and then quickly took the liquid Imodium, but I called my mom that night. I could not go to sleep. I went to bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning because I was scared, and I was itchy because I was scared because I've never had an allergic reaction to anything. I was like, I know how Hitch went. He swallowed his pill, or he ate something, and then his mouth was like all fucked up. My mom's not gonna like that. But it was like, it was scary. So I called her and I was like, hey, like, what should I do? And she told me first take liquid Imodium so I can like stop having the shits. And then she was like, I think you'll be fine, you know, like, see if you could take Benadryl, and call your doctor in the morning. I was like, okay, cool. Sunday, it got so much worse. Sunday was starting to progress to my thighs, and I was like itching like constantly. Yeah, so Sunday was not great. Monday, yesterday, my first day back at work, it's not great at all. the rash had developed like towards my bikini line and more on my thighs. And I was like, okay, I need to see it. I need to call the doctor at this point. Called the doctor. She told me it couldn't have been, or the medical assistant told me that it probably wasn't the hydrocodone, because she said that it wouldn't be localized like it was. So it was in my like sides, and then it progressed like, it's still all down my sides. It's just down to my thighs and my bikini line and like my under boob. Where was I going with that? Some allergic reaction. I really don't know what I was supposed to say. So Monday I called them and they told me that that it wasn't that. It was probably, they were like, have you tried any new body washes or blah 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 lotions? I'm like, no, nothing's new, like just surgery, like something's going on. And she told me that she would send me a steroid pack. The steroid pack is for 4 days. I take 6 pills the first day and it just decreases throughout the days. And then, so I went to go get the steroid pack. It wasn't working today. I still don't really have any relief. Like, it's not spreading anymore, but I'm still itching every single minute. So I went to see the doctor today. I was extremely annoyed. I don't know, I'm gonna be completely honest because I'm not here to blow smoke up anybody's butt. I'm not a fan of my surgeon. I feel like she rushes things. I have to wait at least 2 hours to see her every single time, no matter if I have a scheduled appointment. And she spends about 5 minutes with me every single time. She answers my questions, but it's like, yep, yeah, take this, yep, okay, we're good, bye. Like, this is great that you're getting your money, but help me. Like, I'm very frustrated with her. Anyways, so today I went to her. She looked at my incisions. She was like, good, taking your liquids, yep, taking your protein, yep. And then she was just like, okay, well, just finish your steroid pack, take Benadryl. And if you don't want to be drowsy, take this and this, which was like a Zyrtec or whatever. So I'm really annoyed, to say the least. And I'm still itching so bad. And I don't really have any update on that. Just still bad. So as you can see, I've had my fair share of downs this week. It hasn't been anything to what I expected because I didn't realize this was stomach surgery. I was more worried about, which I hate myself for this, I was more worried about the long-term crap, and I get it, like that's gonna last a year, surgery, recovery lasts 2 weeks, but I'm pissed that I didn't look more into surgery because I didn't realize, like, I had my stomach taken out. That freaking sucks. Like, if I just say that out loud, it sounds like, oh my gosh, that's intense. Like, why didn't I think that was intense? Because at this point, I regret it 100%. I'm miserable. I'm itchy. I started my period, which I haven't had a period in over a year because I have an IUD. Ouch. I'm on top of healing internally, which still hurts. My stomach still hurts, especially sitting at a desk for 8 hours. It hurts. I'm cramping and I'm itchy all over. So things are great. I'm not looking forward to this at all at this point. Yes, I've lost 18 pounds, but I would rather be where I was. Eating a cheeseburger, not having period cramps, not being itchy, not having internal pain. So, anyways, moving on to that. I'm moving about that. So a couple of things that I'm still on restrictions about. So I can't lift over 10 pounds and I can hardly bend over right now. They told me that I have to be cleared, but it could be 3 to 6 weeks before I can bend down. It hurts to bend down. And I didn't realize how many things are over 10 pounds and what that limits me to. So I don't have a washer or dryer hookup, so I do laundry at my mom's house or at the laundromat. I know that's weird. It's not something I'm proud of, but they don't have a washer and dryer connections here. So I haven't really had the time to figure out what I'm going to do about taking my laundry downstairs, because I also live on the second floor, because obviously that weighs more than 10 pounds. Bringing groceries in sucked, because stairs are still a challenge. Like, stairs, it hurts. So groceries, my cat, feeding my cat, so now she's eating off my kitchen table, which is gross, but gotta do what you gotta do.